son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taken into 14 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the first. Don't get nervous.
And his first pass is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run. Cook. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh, give me 5. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Over. You can't block me.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike 24. Check pass. Right there. 54, Mike.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, baby.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Mike 5-4.
From the 31, Watson. And incomplete.
Watson's pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Here we go. Hit me now. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On second down, Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And Diggs has it. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 31.
Mike 51, Mike.
Silver. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. You can't block me.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the back.
On the play back at the 45-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Alert. 54. Let's get it together, defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 1st down, Fields. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, Fields. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, me. Hey, check back.
Operating from the gun, Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, it's Cook.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Line six. Over. I'm here all day.
On 3rd down, Fields. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Watson buying time to his left. That's complete to Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 54. Check.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
54.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing. The ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go play action here on 1st down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Set. Mike 5-4. Push him back. Push him back. 6. 31.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Motion, check. Shift. Right here, guys.
On 4th down, Fields. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watson looks to throw again. He's got Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
We're pretty quiet. We're pretty quiet.
24-yard line.
Flare.
54. 59.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Oh, try. 54. Watch 54. I got you, son. I got you.
On 1st down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A Again, it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They'll run with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's it. That's it.